I'm not a particularly religious person, but as an adventurer, I often find myself in places with a fair bit of religious significance. For instance, in 2019, I became the first person to paddle a canoe down the holy Ganges.
I see the bridge! Right there. Through the mist, through the fog that's enveloping the horizon. But I just got a glimpse of the Howrah Bridge. And that's where I'm headed for a completion of a slow boat down the Ganges. I'm so stoked I can't keep the excitement out of my voice. There it is. Just take a little bend in the river and I should be there in about an hour.
Then COVID shut down the world and I drifted onto things a little less adventurous. But now I need to scratch that itch. I'm planning an expedition down a geography that has a history that goes back nearly 7,000 years. I'm planning to paddle the length of the Ram Setu. A bridge built by Lord Ram's famous Vanar Sena or monkey army to connect India with Sri Lanka so that the Lord Ram could rescue his wife, the Goddess Sita, who had been abducted by Ravana, the king of Lanka. This 30-odd kilometer distance is relatively short by adventure standards, but has a history that goes back many centuries, something that binds the faith of not only millions of Hindus, but is also revered by people of the Islamic faith. Ramasetu is also called Adam's Bridge, referring to Adam, the first man who is said to have built this bridge connecting Sri Lanka and India in his search for Eve. Let me for the moment stick to the Hindu legend of Lord Ram. He was exiled for 14 years and lived in the forest along with his wife, the goddess Sita, and his brother, Lakshman. Ravana, the Lankan king, abducted Sita since Lakshman cut off the nose of his sister. Arriving on the shore and looking across the ocean at Sri Lanka, Lord Ram found no way to walk across. He had no army and co-opted the Vanaras under the leadership of Lord Hanuman. Over the next 5 days, the monkey army had built a bridge across the ocean using what is referred to as floating stones. The stones were possibly pumice, a volcanic igneous rock. They have air pockets in them, making them extremely light and enabling them to float on water. Possibly like this one. This pumice stone weighs about 70 grams. Let's check it out. While this rock of similar volume, let's see how much this weighs. This weighs about 323 grams and it does not float. A pumice stone, while floating in water, can carry a person's weight without submerging. Anyway, the bridge was built, the army crossed over, Lord Hanuman burned Lanka to the ground, Ravana was killed by Lord Ram, and the goddess Sita was rescued. Or so says the legend. I'm going to be paddling this stretch of open ocean, trying to relive those days of nearly 7,000 years or so ago, when the bridge was constructed, and one that is visible from space, even to this day. There are some 20-odd islands in this stretch. The sea is relatively calm, and I will stop at some of these islands, trying to breathe in the effort that went into the construction of this bridge that has captured the imagination of Hindus for millennia. My expedition will start at Dhanushkodi, the point that juts out into the Indian Ocean and is the closest point to the Sri Lankan mainland, and at the start of the famous Ram Setu, or Adam's Bridge. The Ram Setu stretch of this expedition will end at Talaimannar Island in Sri Lanka, but I will paddle further north to Kankasanthurai in Jaffna to complete immigration formalities. This is going to be an epic adventure. I hope to delve into both the mythology and the science behind this unique structure that is known as Ram Setu. Was the bridge actually man-made, or is it a natural phenomenon? What about the legend that has endured for so many centuries? Why can't science still explain conclusively why the stones at the top of the bridge are older than the sand on which they sit on? I don't think I will get answers to these questions, but I will hopefully be able to ignite the curiosity in all of us about a piece of geography that is so emotional to almost a tenth of the world's population. I'm Chandan Lahiri, and I hope you join me as I paddle down a unique stretch of the Indian Ocean that is steeped in legend, mythology, and history. Will the expedition be a success? I don't know. But then, a lot of people told me I couldn't complete the expedition when I was going down the Ganges. Unless I start, I won't know whether I'll be able to finish it.
And I've done it! This is the culmination of a slow boat down the Ganges. Folks, it's been wonderful. It's been educative, meditative, therapeutic, something I've always wanted to do, something which people told me I shouldn't do. But well, here I am. Now, this is a wrap. Cheers.
Wish me Godspeed. Do subscribe to my channel to keep up to date on this expedition and on the others that will be coming up. I'll see you when I'll see you. Peace out.